Hello everyone, welcome back to Soul Path Guided Tarot. To my subscribers, I send you so much love and gratitude. You're really beautiful, amazing people, and I'm grateful to have you as part of my community. All right, so today we're going to do a pick a card. This was actually a viewer request from a very sweet and long-term subscriber of mine asking about this particular topic, which is how these new current energies, which are starting to change drastically starting on Saturday, how these are going to affect you. And there are some big changes. So there's a couple of things that you all need to be aware of. First of all, it's going to bring in big shifts with yang energy, which is kind of masculine energy. So some of us are going to feel that more. Some of us are going to exhibit more of that masculine male energy. Again, it's not gender specific. It's just an energy that we all have. So it's very yang. And it's a lot about power. So some of you are going to exhibit your power. Some of you are going to push back on power. Some of you are going to try and mitigate power. There's also a huge spiritual transformation that's going to make you see things differently and make different choices regarding every aspect of the 3D material world. Okay, Pluto is moving, and it's going to kind of move position through June, and it's really going to kind of highlight these top-down structures, and there's going to be a lot of resistance to that. So you'll be affected by that one way or the other. Okay, the other thing is that there have been huge solar flares that are really causing a lot of effects on the physical body. So many people feel exhausted or sick or drained or super emotional. So as all this energy comes in, it's affecting our light body, our spirit light body. So just be patient with yourself. Understand that there's some big energetic shifts that are affecting you physically, emotionally, and mentally. And just to not resist it, but just kind of go with the flow. It's gonna really awaken denied emotions. And if we try and resist it, it's just gonna cause a lot of chaos and disharmony in our life, in the way we feel. Okay, so if we kind of go with the flow and we can expand, we'll be able to align with our true self, and we'll find new ways to create things, new ways to communicate, new ways to express ourselves as these divine beings with up-leveled consciousness. Okay, so these energies are going to cause some major shifts in your day-to-day life. So let's see what that's going to look like for you. Okay, you can choose from 3 piles. The first is an argonite. Okay, very pretty. This particular stone has a lot to do with healing, emotional healing, that sort of thing. This is celestite, beautiful stone for connecting to multidimensional beings, angels, your guides, whomever you resonate with. And then of course we have clear quartz here, which is really beautiful for clearing energy, protection. It's even, this is kind of interesting, but even helps plants transition from like being planted. So people will put these in their gardens a lot. So it kind of calms that energy down, which I thought was really interesting. Okay, so you have a choice of 1, 2, or 3. So at this time, take a breath. Consider calling in whomever you resonate with, angels, spirits, guides, your ancestors, and choose pile 1, 2, or 3, and we'll get started. Hello, pile 1. This is your crystal argonite. Hopefully you can see that okay in the camera. All right, so viewer requested. If you missed the intro, thank you to my subscribers. Everyone who has booked a read, referred others for personal readings, thank you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you'll find my email near the timestamps below. And I do give away a free reading every month to one lucky subscriber, so stay tuned to listen to how you can do that. All right, so first card out for you is opening to discovery. So something new is coming to you, something that's unexpected for some of you. Some of you have been thinking about something that isn't sitting right with you and starting to kind of be open to something other than what you thought you needed or wanted possibly coming into your life. So a lot of you are starting to surrender. For some of you who have been trying to manifest the same exact thing, the same exact way for quite some time, Spirit is saying that's not going to work that way. Okay, it's going to be important that you can still try and bring the thing that you want into your life, but you need to surrender the how of which it happens. So more of try different things, set your intention, and then kind of surrender a little bit and let it go with the flow. And I talked about that in the intro about how with all the energy that's coming to the planet right now, with all these solar flares, that we have to have the ability to discern what's for us and what's not for us, and kind of detach ourselves from any distraction and just stay focused on what really resonates with us. So we have to look at new ways of creating. So this new energy is going to help you come forward with new ideas or new thoughts or new ways of looking at possibilities for what it is that you need in your life, what it is you want in your life. And some of you are going to get something that really isn't anything that you were asking for, and Spirit is going to bring it to you because this is what you need. And they're saying to be open to what's on the other side of this opportunity, to be willing to accept it as something that's for your highest and greatest good, something that's really going to resonate with who you are and make life easier for you as you go forward. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have for pile one? How will the new energy start shifting us and affecting pile one? Angel, spirits, and guides. A starry night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars reminds you that there is hope for your future. Yes. So for some of you, you're going to have restored hope. For some of you, you're going to start to see things with a different set of glasses, a different set of eyes, right? You're going to be more open and enthusiastic. Some of you have gone through a lot of things that have really challenged you and have been really difficult for you because honestly, they really weren't right for you. They weren't resonating with your soul the way you wanted them or needed them to. So this is Spirit saying that this new energy, as you're open to this, you will start to receive a greater sense of like happiness and hopefulness and contentment and calm. So not so anxious, not so unsettled, not so much with, worry about what's going to happen next. Will this happen? Will it be right for me? Will I be happy? Will it be what I need? And then you have patience. So again, when shifts come in, when we want to shift, when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling fearful, when we're not sleeping, when we're worried, when we're angry, when we're resentful, that process slows everything down because it's really hard for us to attract what it is that we need. It's really hard for us to be in alignment vibrationally with what we are trying to bring into our life. And it doesn't matter what it is. Anything that you can think of, for you to bring that into your life the way you want or need it, it has to be something you're vibrationally aligned with. And every emotion, every feeling has a vibration. Every one of those vibrations has a place in a funnel of vibrations. And if you're in fear and worry and lack and anger and resentment and scarcity, you're so far away from what it is that you're trying to bring to you. If you're in a sense of trust and faith and knowing and love and hopefulness and surrender, you're so much closer to bringing those into your awareness, into your 3D life, no matter what that happens to be for you. So I know for some of you, it has been a long haul, a long, hard road Okay. And Spirit recognizes that for each and every one of you. And then you have number 6 contracts. So 15 reduces to 6. This is 6. So you might be seeing the number 66. 6 might be an important number for you. Some of you might have the obvious here, a lawsuit that's been going on for 6 months, or you're hoping to get things wrapped up in the next 6 months. For some of you, this is you coming into that alignment that we were talking about in the introduction, right? Where you're feeling better physically, emotionally, mentally. So you are more vibrationally in alignment with what it is you're trying to bring in, the law of attraction. And because it resonates so deeply within you, you are able to do that, bring it to you, have it as a personal reality. And it really can be anything at all. It can be something to do with love. It can be something to do with family. It can be something to do with work, or maintaining some kind of stability in your life. It can be a lot about the day-to-day things that you're responsible for, and feeling like it's a burden and kind of being relieved from some of that. So there's going to be a rebalance that's going to occur. And you've got angels around you, surrounding you is what I'm getting, regarding balance, regarding maintaining strength and tenacity. And they're asking you to look within to your intuition so that you can kind of close out the exterior noise. And for some of you, so you see how she's blindfolded here? It's so she's, you know the old phrase, see no evil, hear no evil. Well, this is see no distraction, hear no distraction. Just becoming centered, just becoming in alignment so that what you want is coming to you. All right. So for some of you, that's a new door to romance. For others of you, it's a new start. It's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity that you haven't had before. Others of you, it's a healing of the heart. For some of you, it's releasing attachments that aren't good for you anymore. So you're going to leave that behind and walk through that keyhole into something that's there, better for your future, right? Hopes for your future. For some of you, it's about getting abundance, finally leaving that sense of scarcity, right? For others of you, it's walking through the door and finding spirit there and recognizing, that spirit has been there all along, and it's going to help you reach that point of personal healing and happiness. Angel, spirits, and guides, how will the current energies affect pile 1 going forward? Okay. Everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. What do you need in your life that you're not currently getting? This is exactly what we were talking about. We talked about how the energy that you exhibit has to be a vibrational match. And it's like an energetic mirror. It's like your reflection. When you look in the mirror, do you see, they're showing me the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So do you see someone who's just been beaten down and who hasn't had things go their way and feeling very lackful, feeling like this life is always going to be hard for you? Or do you see yourself as someone who is strong, resilient, and can overcome? Every moment means something in your forward momentum of reaching your goals. So this energy is going to come in and actually activate you, actually activate your light body down to your cellular level so that you start to see things differently. You start to not be triggered so much by things that would normally trigger you in the past. And again, it's a lot about eliminating distractions. So don't shine the light on the things that you're not about, okay? Because all that does is give your power away, right? You want to shine your light about you, what's within you. And to receive some of these beautiful energies to move forward on, you have to release the past. You have to release the challenges. You have to be in alignment with your soul. So it's time for some of you for kind of a radical change. So how can you show up for yourself in ways that you haven't done before? What can you change about that? And for those of you who are dealing with anxiety, the anxiety is like, it's like a sign that's being held up, not to stop you from anything that you want that's good for you, but to make you see that the situation you're in right now that isn't good for you is causing the anxiety. So it's almost like, a yellow flashing light. Spirit comes and whispers a little bit and says, hey, this isn't for you. And then they knock on the door and say, hey, we said this isn't for you. And then when we don't listen a third time, they usually take, the rug out from under our feet, and we fall back and hit our heads, and we're laying there saying, what just happened? And for some of you, that's kind of a big awakening. So some of you are going to go through a big awakening where you walk into your truth. You stand firm in your light, right? And you have to trust yourself more. Trust that when you walk through this and you talk about your hopes for the future, that what looks back at you in the mirror is going to be something really beautiful, something that is really in alignment with who you are. And for others of you, you really have to work on loving yourself, because as you prioritize loving yourself and caring for yourself, you really start to feel empowered that anything is possible. Okay, angel, spirits, and guides. Let's pull some tarot. Pile 1. How does this energy change things for pile 1? How is this energy going to change things? Okay, we've got the Fool. Nice. I love that. Look at this. Change your reflection, and the first card out for you is the Fool. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have? Angel, spirits, and guides. So I love that. We talked about new beginnings, new starts. 5 of Swords. Yeah, we talked about leaving that kind of energy behind. 4 of Cups. Leaving that kind of behind, because the Sun is here. I love it. Okay. And then we've got the 2 of Cups. And the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this group has a lot of releasing to do, a lot of the things that we talked about. But what is really interesting in this group is, so here we have the Fool, Major Arcana, and the Sun. 2 incredibly powerful cards in the tarot. The Fool is the soul's journey from ground zero, right? Going forward, like, I'm gonna face it with faith that it's all gonna work out. I'm gonna look at my hopes for the future. I'm gonna go through the unopened doors, and I'm gonna see myself differently, and I'm gonna go with it. This new me that I'm very excited and enthusiastic about, with the ability to change and adapt no matter what comes my way, because I know through this keyhole on the other side are my hopes of and dreams of unbelievable blessings, where this new emerged me, this empowered me, this person who loves yourself. And we're not talking about love yourself in a conceited way, like you look in the mirror and say, you're so hot or you're so fabulous. This is deep love for self, okay? This is about being so connected that the things that people do or say to you don't trigger you. The things that people do or say or have done or have said no longer keep you stuck in that energy. So 2 of the most beautiful cards for your journey. And this I love, because this is about the possibilities. What is the 2 of Cups? It's a relationship card for sure, if that is what you're looking for. But this is the ultimate law of attraction card. This is the ultimate, what you reflect, you get back. So that's what I love about this card. It's incredibly powerful for what you send out to the universe, what you put in that mirror comes back to you, right? It's an energetic mirror of bringing what you need and what you're not getting into your life, seeing what's on the other side, looking at the hopes and future. So that's perfect. What you need to work on leaving behind, and we all have this, we all have to work on this, 5 of Swords. The things that have been said to you that have impacted you, that have made you doubt yourself, that have made you think you're not worthy. The communication you have with yourself that keeps you from moving into a space of expansion, of growth, of happiness, into the Sun energy. And the 4 of Cups is, you have tried, sometimes it's failed. You have been focused on helping others or helping self, and they don't want to be helped, so you feel defeated. Well, for those of you in that scenario, it is not your job, it is not your burden to change others. All we can do is open the door and show them the light. They need to step through. You know, there's a saying with horses, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So we don't get defeated on our purpose for being of service or helping or trying to heal. We just put it out there. That intention is everything. And then we leave the rest behind. For those of you where things have been disappointing, one disappointment after another, whether it's in business or love or health or whatever. Unfortunately, part of the experiences the soul does come here to encounter when we incarnate is the challenges, because it's how they experience things in this dense world. Because at the soul level, out into the cosmos, there's nothing but pure love and light. And it sounds, I'll make it very mundane. Sometimes it gets a little boring to always feel complete bliss. They don't know what it's like, so the soul comes to experience the challenges. I know for some people that's really hard to believe, but that is how it works. And everyone has that in their Akashic records or their blueprint. And for those of you who are interested, there are some reputable people who are really good with revealing what's in your Akashic records. And this is the 9 of Wands. So the universe recognizes that you have been wounded, burdened, taken advantage of, left behind, not valued. And the universe with this new energy is saying, now it's time to step through. Now it's time to take all this energy in. Now it's time to choose how to show the world the real you through choosing the light, through choosing the way, okay? To detach from the distractions. And right now, the world is full of distractions. More distractions than we could probably ever imagine in our lifetime. So more than ever, it's important to be grounded, to really stay focused, and to connect with whatever connects you, whatever that is for you. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever resonates with you. It's that important. Okay, for you to transition through the next couple of months that are going to be really challenging, you've got to be connected to something, because you're going to have a lot of joy. This is going to put you on a path of happiness, of joy, of contentment, and balance. Balance is going to be incredibly important for you, because without balance, we can't be centered. We can't find our connection. We can't see the real us. We don't see the hopes and futures. We're not open. We can't experience the blessings and all the gifts and the abundance of the sun. Angel, spirits, and guides, what else do we have? Okay, this went flying across the desk. Plant seeds of intention. Go, grow, and glow. That's perfect. I love it with this card here about moving into a space where you're open to discovery and your intention is to go and grow, because that's what we're here about. That's what we're here for. And then time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. Yes, this is going to create huge shifts. You are going to be a more joyful, balanced. Both of these are about balance. A lot of you are Libras here, have a lot of Libra energy. The next full moon is in Libra, so there's that. So there's a lot of influence from Libra here, but just such a change into the positive, such a change into experiencing what it is that you want and need to manifest as the new upgraded version of you. And look at this, what just popped out. Magical alchemy, innovation, ingenuity, curiosity ahead of your time. I love this card. And you can see there's Jupiter here. Jupiter is still with Neptune for quite some time. You've got to be willing to chase your dreams, because Jupiter is really going to help you experience them in a bigger way than you thought, in a happier, more expansive, gratifying way than you thought, overcoming the past. So it's super important, this additional energy coming in, for you to make that quantum leap into something joyful, something abundant with the sun. Okay? All right, final card, angel, spirits, and guides. Open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. That is perfect. I love that for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile one. If you like something, please like and subscribe. If you're interested, every month I give a free reading. They're about 45 to 55 minutes long. It can be on any subject that you want. And I pull a name at random during the new moon every month. So if you would like to join the contest to win a free reading, you need to be a subscriber. And then in the comment section, please just write I enter, and I'll add your name to the box full of names. All right, so as you go forward, I wish you a lot of love, peace, and joy. Namaste. Hello, Pile 2. First, foremost, to my subscribers, if you missed the intro, thank you so much. I send you so much love and gratitude. For everyone who has booked a reading and referred for a reading, I'm really grateful. If you'd like to book a reading, please connect with me on email. It's near the timestamps below. This is your choice, Pile 2. All right, so this is going to be how are the current energies going to change and affect you? And for those of you who are interested in the free reading contest, I'll give you some information as we go along here. All right, first, angels, spirits, and guides. For Pile 2, how are the new energies coming in going to affect and change Pile 2? Okay, it's interesting you got these two cards together. All right, so you have broken open and sacred reverence. So some of you have gone through something that has really done just that, broken you open, left you bereft, left you frustrated, sad, affected in a way that it's been affecting you for many, many years. For some of you, a lifetime. It's for some of you, it's like this life that you had, this trials, the tribulations, the constant struggles, finally something has broken you open to say, I've got to get out of this. So this is kind of the situation where, you know, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Now, when we're in the midst of that, it sure does not seem that way, but it's how Spirit says you've got to come out of this pattern that you've been in that's been unfulfilling, unloving, destructive, disharmonic, okay, into something that is real, that resonates with you. So Spirit, the universe comes in and really says, now is the time to change. So hopefully you listened to the intro. There was a lot of information in there about the current energies coming in. If you haven't, you probably should go back to understand more about this. But you have serious, significant, and real effects on your light body and your cells going forward, starting on the 16th and going forward for quite some time. So it's going to be a lot of shifts, a lot of changes. They're going to show up emotionally, they're going to show up physically, they're going to show up in a lot of different ways. So we need to kind of run with that information and then put it to good use. Ride the wave of flow and not resistance so that we can benefit from this. And then the other card that came out for you is Sacred Reverence. So this reduces to 10. This is reducing to 11. This is 1, 1, 1. This is Spirit. This is universe saying, this is going to be a whole new game for you. What you are going to move into is a space of energy where if it doesn't resonate with who you are at your heart and soul, you're not going to do it. It's not going to work. It's not going to feel right. A whole new shift about. Some of you are going to look at family members and just say, I've tried to help you. I've tried to provide clarity and some, awakening in consciousness the way you have awoken in consciousness. I mean, pretty much anybody who is looking at this kind of channel on YouTube, if you are looking at things other than, what your former boyfriend or girlfriend or whomever is doing, you have definitely up-leveled in consciousness to the point where you're looking for something more from the universe. And this is the universe coming in with the 111, right? Saying, we are going to help you in alignment. You are going to step through something that is unlike anything you've experienced and unlike anything you've expected. Some of you are going to go on a path that you never thought you could or would go on, but it's all going to resonate. It's all going to make sense. Some of you are going to go alone. Some of you are going to go without the people that were in your life before. Spirit is asking you to stay open and listen to the signs. Spirit's going to come to you in dreams. They're going to come to you in intuitive hits. There's going to be, okay, so I'm hearing for some of you, because you're big into nature, when you're in nature, you're going to start to hear things and you're going to kind of laugh like, am I hearing things? And Spirit is saying, keep your ears wide open. So that's very specific from you. For some of you, this is going to be like I've been feeling the weight of the world and I'm just ready to release and move it. I just want to change. And I mentioned that, starting on the 16th, that there's going to be huge spiritual transformation going across the globe, okay? No matter where you are, no matter what you do. And some of you who've been wishing and wishing, meditating, praying, wishing upon a star, that is going to start to manifest in your reality, whatever that may be. You're going to be motivated to come forward with more and more ideas and options for surrendering into that energy, and so that you continue to stay in this, because when you're at that high vibration, more comes to you, more good comes to you. And some of you, you're going to have some spiritual gifts that really open up. You're going to start to hear and see and be able to do things that you haven't done before, because you're going to be in this like harmonic resonance with the universe where everything is just starting to line up. And literally, like I said, with the light, it's actually coming from solar flares that are activating the cells, the DNA, and the spirit light body. You're going to start to live in like the divine matrix, which is the true matrix, that of which was given to us and our souls by the universe, versus the illusionary matrix, the Maya matrix, that which has been given to us by the powers that be. Now, what's really interesting is that Pluto's in Capricorn right now, and that really is the top down power shift, right? It's those who are in power who are trying to make us believe that we're limited, think that we're limited, think that there's limited options, limited anything. We're small, keep us small. That is the struggle that's going on right now, and that energy is going to be here for off and on, not to the extent that it's been, but off and on until 2024. So we all need to really be aware of that and to harness this new energy, because we have been broken free and broken open, and we're only going to move into something pile 2 that's of deep, deep reverence. And then you have number 51, healer of the ages. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is you taking the new energies coming in, right? Not worrying about what's been, how it's been, and looking at this completely different, right? Moving into a space where we have these awakened, denied emotions, and we flow with it so that we can expand. And we align with our true like soul self, right? And that's part of the divine matrix. So we find new ways to create and new ways to communicate and express ourselves as these up-leveled conscious beings. So some of you have had huge spiritual awakenings. Some of you have had the ability to, start utilizing your gifts as a way to earn money. You're really starting to see what you can do. And you have a lot of support from the divine coming in. You've got angels of strength around you. Archangel Raphael is coming in for many of you. So many of you who have been heartbroken, who've dealt with a lot of sadness or feelings of abandonment and betrayal. For those of you who've had a lot of illnesses, this is new positive energy coming in to affect your body. You're at the cellular level in a very positive way. And it's going to heal the broken hearts of many of you. You're going to move forward knowing that that wasn't right for you, and you're moving into a space of realizing there's much to be gained, much to be appreciated, right? Coming into a balance, loving yourself, empowering yourself. I love how his heart is all illuminated. Everything has to do with the heart. This is about knowing your worth and then taking action. Don't sit around and wait for it to come to you, right? Tap into the divine. Be the magician that you are, right? See yourself in the mirror as being able to alchemize, deal with whatever comes your way, because you can, all right? There's a huge spiritual transformation going on, a big one. And you, pile 2, are a big part of that. Angel spirits and guides. Synergy. Blending together all of your talents helps you to create an energy signature that holds within it your authentic creative expression. That is exactly what we've been talking about. That is exactly what I was just saying. And then the other card Here's another number 47. So you have 47, 47, 11, 11. So you're seeing a lot of 111s, 11, 11. You will gain clarity on this current situation when you can see it from a higher perspective. And we talked about that. So that is perfect. You know, when you are broken open, you can't see things the old way anymore. When you are broken open, you can't live life the old way anymore. When you are broken open, the inner dialogue has to change, right? You have to change your inner dialogue and your inner world so your outer dialogue and your outer world changes. And you're getting inner guidance. You're not alone at this time, so pay attention and listen. And then, you know, for all of us, it's about going with the flow, right? That path of least resistance. So go with it. If it's unknown, and as long as it's not, you know, harmful to you or detrimental to you, be open to investigating it. Rise above, see a new perspective. Is it synergistic? Does it resonate with your heart? All right, let's see what else do we have for you. And we'll pull some tarot. Retreat, Spirit Guardian of Winter, number 38, another number 11. 11, 11, 11. So when you see all these 11s, you have definitely, whether you know it or not, have gone through a huge awakening. You are awakening, you are growing, you are expanding, you're gaining in wisdom. These cards don't want to cooperate with me today. You're gaining in spiritual acuity. You're starting to understand the divine matrix in which we live, not the matrix that is the illusion. I've said that twice now. There's a very big distinction. Okay, so when you are shifting energy like this, some of you are feeling really exhausted. Some of you are feeling really worn out emotionally, mentally, a lot of crying, a lot of frustration, a lot of emotions coming to the surface. They need to be released. So let that go. Retreat and rest when that happens. And then you'll be able to move forward again, because this is a huge shift to your light body. Enormous, enormous awakening. And then you have number 27, wisdom. Yeah, there'll be a lot of wisdom garnered from this experience, and you will use that going forward in a way that's going to be extremely beneficial to you in whatever it is that your life changes. But you, spiritually, you've changed so much. So pay attention starting on the 16th. Okay, and this is going to go on for quite some time. Quite some time. You've got a partial solar eclipse that's coming in. That's going to make a huge shift. There's a lot of intense energy, and you don't have to study astrology or know anything, but to know this: the planetary movement very, very, very much affects who we are and how we live day to day. Okay. We've got the King of Cups in reverse, the Four of Wands, Judgment, the Star, the Ace of Coins, and the bottom of the deck for you is Princess of Cups. Okay. So I said you were going through a massive awakening, and here you have Judgment, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Judgment tells me that this King of Cups, so maybe it was, this is masculine energy, okay, not gender specific. Maybe it was a father, a significant other, a life partner, a stranger. Someone came in and really did some harm to you, okay? My throat's closing up, so that tells me that you weren't able to talk about it, you weren't able to express your emotions, you weren't able to release it. It's been stuck within you, and it had to be the thing to break you open. Maybe this was something that happened recently. Maybe it's been going on for years and years. Maybe it's been something that happened when you were a small child. This could be a water sign this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to, but this could be someone who did some significant damage to you. Now, again, I said this is masculine energy, so it can be a woman who has very masculine energy that could have done this to you as well, okay? From this, you have had this breaking open, okay, heart and soul. And when we are broken open, we look back and it's almost like you have an outer body where you're above looking down at yourself, at the person you were, and you almost can't believe that you were that person, but you're so thankful that you survived and that you're starting to see things differently and you're healing and you're moving into this new sense of love and self-mastery for yourself and for the greater sense of love, good, and humanity, okay? That doesn't mean you have to go out and start a philanthropic, volunteer business somewhere in a remote part of the world. This is just a state of mind, a state of being, more in resonance with your soul. So you have been healed and you have the ability to now heal others because now you've got the star here, this Aquarian energy, where there has been such a transition, such an up-leveling of your psyche, of your consciousness, an awakening that has shifted you and has started to move you into a space where you find greater peace, greater harmony, greater convergence with the heart and the soul, okay? It's more of that mind, body, spirit, mental body, emotional body, physical body alignment. And with that, those things that you are going to experience in the material world are going to be far more advantageous for you, far more bountiful, far more abundant, because this is the universe coming in and saying, you've done all the right things, you're moving in the right direction. So this new energetic shift is going to help you move into a position within your life where it gets easier. It's more abundant. It can be abundance in love. It can be abundance of health, of your material world, right? Of your ability to take care of yourself and others, of your ability to maneuver through the challenges that are given by this 3D world, okay? Because you're open to what comes to you with this Princess of Cups. You don't have these preconceived notions. It has to look like this. It has to be like this. It has to happen here. It has to happen that way. So really positive energy and big shift from pain. And I didn't even talk about the Four of Wands. My gosh, this is all about, this is the 1111 card, right? If you look at traditional tarot, it's Four Wands and there's this happy family. It represents complete happiness and fulfillment. It's that fire energy where it says you've done so much to maneuver through the challenges and you've become adaptive and you've become strong and resilient, and now you reap the rewards, right? So I'm a lot of 1111. So when you see that number, that is spirit saying the portal is open, the veil is very thin. What are you thinking about? If it's part of your purpose and your way of going forward, continue on. If it's part of the intention you set, continue on. For those of you who want to do something around healing or spiritual work, continue on. And if you're having a momentary lapse in triggered by something, they're asking you to recognize that and to move back into that space of balance. Angel, spirits, and guides. Number 13, breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? Being in the present moment. Many of you might resonate with Eckhart Tolle, a very beautiful spiritual being who reminds us how to stay in the present moment and how that matters most. Why? Because it puts us in alignment and synergy. It helps us to rise above, to alchemize whatever energy comes our way, and to create these beautiful blessings and this beautiful abundance in the life that we are hoping to have here in this 3D. So the other thing is, what I'm getting for you is it's really important that you kind of vibe with your tribe. So stay with the right kind of people. Okay, you need to be really careful about that. And a lot of you are on this deep inward journey, but you're going to be rewarded for the work. Okay, so whatever fears you have, so fears are coming up really big right now, and I'm just getting full body chills up my whole body right now. Fears are really big right now, and we have to be able to look at them objectively. Okay, look at them as just one more thing that is an illusion, and then how do we move through that? Because fears can keep us from the happiness that we're looking for. Fears can keep us from moving into something really beautiful. Trip the light, fantastic, dance with the universe. Yeah, this is about being in flow, not being in a state of resistance. And then you have number 46, reborn daily. Let go of the past and breathe in your new incarnation. Absolutely. Another number 1 about new beginnings. So you've got a 1 here, a 1 here, 11, 11, 11, and a 1. So you are really, really getting the signs. They're trying to make it very obvious for you. I think some of you are so far advanced in some of your spiritual work that you're getting downloads and you know it. Yeah, a lot of clarity coming to you. Again, I just mentioned downloads. And then you have animals. Some of you really resonate with animals, animal healing. Animals are healing to you. For others of you, this is about following your instincts, following your intuition, okay? Because that is where you will manifest. All right, final card for pile 2. Angels, spirits, and guides. Pile, what do we need to know about the energies? Move forward. I experience the grace of who... Move forward. Experience the grace of who you truly are. Absolutely. Broken open to who you truly are. And make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. Okay, we talked about being around high vibe people who are very positive and of a certain mindset. So that's going to be really important for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. If something resonated or you like some aspect, please like and subscribe. If you're interested in the contest for the free reading, it's for subscribers, so please make sure you're subscribed. And then in the comment section, right, I choose a winner every month at the new moon for a 45 to 55 minute free reading. And you can have whatever question you want or area of interest. So that's what we have for today. As you go forward, I send you much peace and love. Namaste. Hello, pile 3. This is your crystal, clear quartz. Okay, so this is a general read. I take what flips out for those who are new. For my subscribers, thank you so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you who have booked personal readings and referred friends and family, thank you. For those interested in personal readings, my email is next to the timestamps. And I do run a contest once a month for a free reading that's about 45 to 55 minutes, so stay tuned for how you can win that. All right, let's see what we have. The Storyteller. I love this card. I love this card because we're asking the question, how are the current energies going to affect and change my life? And this for you, pile 3, is you get to write a new story. You get a do-over. You get to start anew. You see how there's plenty of pages here. The story's been written, but now it's time for a blank slate. So for those of you who have really tried to improve yourself in one way or another based on the challenges that have come your way, this is your time to write your story. For those of you who have struggled with lack and not having enough material money or finances to support or opportunities or jobs to sustain your life in that of the people that you love and care about, it's time for you to write a new story. For those of you who just have really struggled with a lot of things with either families or relationships that have kept you from going after your dreams, whatever that dream is, whether they thought it was irrelevant, immature, not worthy, whatever, it's time for you to write your story. I love this card. Okay, so for you, the new energy that's coming in that is literally affecting your cells, your DNA, and your light body is for you to take all that energy in and to move forward, because you are awakening to the possibilities of your own genius, of your own opportunities, of you evolving into something bigger, better, because we still have Neptune about our dreams and Jupiter together in Pisces. So, you're really going to be affected by that in a very positive way, going after your dreams in a big way, in a new story kind of way, in a really elaborate kind of story. So awaken that genius within you, and you'll be in harmony with who you are at the core level. And that's when we thrive. That's when we do well. That's when we benefit. That's when we achieve. That's when things start to come our way. And it's about bearing the fruit from the work that we've done, the lessons we've learned, the experiences that we've had, and actually turning, water into wine, lemons into lemonade, and being able to overcome what's come from our experiences, learning from them, and how to shine through it. Let the world see the real you, the new you for some of you, right? And stepping into this new energy, seeing beyond the current limitations of life as we see them, as they're told to us, seeing beyond. The unknown is infinite, right? There's so much out there. Right now, you're kind of in the land in between. There's where you've been, there's where you're going based on this new energy and how it's going to shift you in your emotional body, in your light body, in your mental body. So there's where you've been, where you want to go, and right now you're in the land between, because you're going to write that new story for yourself. So you're going to open yourself up to whatever comes your way and move through the smoke and mirrors like they don't exist. All right, let's see, what else do we have for you? Pile 3, I'm sorry. Look at that, door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, you're writing the new story to your door of personal healing and happiness. That's beautiful. I love that for you. It can be whatever you see that. So that's definitely a 10 of cups kind of vibe, right? So you're going to write your story. You're going to go on this new journey, and your endpoint's going to be personal healing and happiness. Maybe it's physical healing. Maybe it's emotional healing. Maybe it's heart healing. Maybe it's recognizing your worth instead of being put down. You're free from the limitations of others. You're free from the unkind words and the, so when we have parents or people we're involved with in relationships, and they're always putting us down and making us seem like we're the problem. They're not willing to hear us. They're not willing to consider our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They're not willing to give and take. Unfortunately, we absorb that as our lack, and our problem, but it's really not. That's all them. Okay? So you're going to release yourself. The new story is none of that was true. The new story is that was all about them. The new story is there's a whole new world out there for you to explore and make into yours, and to move into it, take some action, right? Have a plan and move towards something that is abundant. Move towards something that's blossoming. Take advantage of the dream that is Neptune, and the growth and opportunity and creation that is Jupiter sitting in Pisces right now, in conjunction with this new energy. If you didn't listen to the introduction, you should go back and listen to how it's actually impacting us personally, and see how this is going to work for you in such a positive way. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What do we have for pile 3? Purging process. You may be currently experiencing emotional discomfort that is disrupting your inner peace. Okay, in the introduction, I talked about how there's a lot of people who don't feel well. They're exhausted. They feel drained. They feel emotional. Their emotions are all over the place. They're angry. They're happy. They're sad. They're frustrated. They feel good. They feel terrible. So there is a huge purging process of the old pile 3 that is leaving you. It's leaving your emotional body, and it's leaving your physical body. Okay. And again, that's part of the storyteller, the new strategy of who you are going to be. And it's also part of the door to personal healing and happiness. Number 7, happiness. And you have that, healing and happiness. So you're going to be very lighthearted. You're going to feel relief. You're going to feel happy. You're going to have a sense of peace and calm that you've not had before. You're going to move into a space that's prosperous in your life. And what does that mean to you? Is prosperous the financial part of it? Is it with regard to love and relationships? Is it the connection to yourself and to spirit? Is it recovery of health? How is that prosperity going to show up? It's different to each and every one of you, but it's going to provide you with so much happiness and healing. And you get happiness not once, but twice. Angel spirits and guides, what do we have for pile 3? How are the new energies going to affect them going forward? Pile 3. You have oneness is the way. How can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? Yeah, that's part of the purging process. So for some of you, there's been a lot of energies that really need to be released. We all have that. You're not, I mean, the shadow work that we're working on, the things that we have to peel back the layers on, that is all part of this purging process. So if pile 3, if you feel all over the place emotionally, if you feel physically drained or sometimes even physically sick and you just can't put your finger on it, if you just feel I am just off, you are purging and moving into this whole new state of being, and you're going to come out of that and it literally up leveled, because that's what's happening with the changes to the light body and the cellular structures. But feeling a sense of oneness where you're not going to be affected by other people as much. You're not going to be affected by what's done to you. Things that used to like set you off or trigger you or make you, cry or break down or move into the I'm so sorry, what did I do now? No, that's all going to be gone. You're not going to be triggered by that. You're going to take that for what it is, and it's going to move through you, and you're going to focus on your happiness, your new story, and the healing that you have. All right, let's see what we have for tarot for you. Pile 3, please. Okay. The Hermit. Well, that makes a lot of sense with the Purging card and the Oneness card. Let's see, what else do we have here? 8 of Coins. The Devil. Strength. What's interesting about the Devil card is Pluto is in Capricorn right now, and that represents like the power struggle, the top-down power struggle. So, the old paradigm, trying to maintain their authority, trying to, let me ask Spirit how he wants this. Upside down. Okay. Trying to maintain that authority where, we have to do things their way and only their way, and we're going to be told how it is, and we're going to suffer if it's not done that way, and we're going to struggle in the material world, emotionally, all of that. Oh, on the bottom of the deck for you is the Magician. Okay, beautiful. All right. So this card is perfect for you because we've got purging process, starting a new story, a lot about happiness and oneness. So this is a recognition from Spirit that you are seeing things differently. You have been illuminated by many things that have transpired. You have done a lot of the work to kind of plant the seeds for seeing things differently, for releasing what no longer serves you, for moving into a more up-leveled consciousness, and to watch your life grow and move forward in a way that's empowering, but very heart-centered and very connected to what's important, which is loving self and others, moving through life without the triggers and the emotional reactions, and writing a story for your future that comes through with a coherence between your heart and your mind. Okay, and that always is the challenge, because usually we're in the mind and we're celebrated for the genius of the mind, but that is rarely in coherence with the heart, which is how we resonate with our soul. How do we ascend? How do we go into the next density? How do we up level with the earth? We do that by connecting to the heart and soul. And you have the 8 of Coins here and the Strength card, which is all about just that. The desire for what you want in your new story, the desire for what you need to feel personal healing and happiness, the desire to purge that has hurt you, that is no longer part of you, okay? And the strength that you've harnessed, not only within, but that you've asked the divine for, that you've asked the universe for. That is providing the framework to move into this beautiful story for you. And what you have here is you've got this Devil, which is that Capricorn energy that we talked about. This is what you're purging. This is what you're releasing. The people, the places, the thoughts, the scenarios, the damage, okay? Releasing. This is Horus. This is the third eye, right? This is the eye of Horus. This is about going into your intuition and connecting and having the strength of hematite, being grounded to the earth. So as above, as below, finding that alignment to peace, to strength. And you've got the Chariot card here in reverse, which has said this has not been an easy path for you. You know, this is that Cancer energy about sidestepping what's come your way before. Like Cancers move to the left, they move to the right, they go forward, they go backwards, 100 miles an hour, right? Or crabs, sorry. Crabs are Cancer, Cancers are crabs. I say that because I'm a Cancer. But this is taking that energy and saying you've done an awful lot. Do we like to see it like this, meaning you've moved on? Yes. But what this tells me is the energy is here. You're doing the work. You're doing the purging. You're on your way to oneness. And you have the Magician, which is the most beautiful card about completely having within you everything that you need to write the story that you want. All right. Here we have Thoth here, who was the scribe, right? The ancient Egyptian god Thoth. And of course, Thoth the Atlantean. There's a book called The Compendium of the Emerald Tablets that's fascinating. It's a fascinating read. If you're interested in ancient Egyptian history or anything regarding the esoteric, I would highly recommend that. It's by Billy Carson. He's fantastic. So this is you having all the tools within you. You don't have to go outside of yourself. You don't have to look for someone else to do it. You have the capacity. You have the ability. Let's see, what else do we have here? Angel, spirits, and guides. What do we have for pile 3? Eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things you are not. You're the new storyteller of your personal healing and happiness. How can you reclaim your power? This is the perfect card for you. Absolutely perfect. This is about you coming together with what you want for yourself in the future and actually making that happen. Finding peace, making that your priority, realizing that negativity isn't going to exist in your story. Okay? You're going to take responsibility for your creation, which is part of this new energy that's coming in to change you, right? It's about amping up the creativity, that power to change. Creativity is just the thing you want, the person you want, the experience you want, right? And stepping forward and just kind of having that Midas touch where you just know things are going to work out. You're going to look to the universe and law of attraction, right? Reflect out into the mirror of the universe that which you are becoming, that which you want, that which you need to experience, and it will give that back to you. That's how the energy is going to change things for you. Make the grade with flying colors. Remember, you signed up for this. So this is always the hardest part for people, and so this is people sometimes click off. They don't want to hear that, and I understand it. I didn't want to hear it either, that as a soul we chose some of these things. We signed up for this, but we did. We really did. The soul wants to experience a variety of things, but the soul does not want to stay in a state of suffering. So the soul wants us to reconnect with ourselves and move on and tell the new story, okay? Healthy body. So leaving the anxiety, the stress, the sadness, that which actually has a physical effect on you. And accepting the fact that you can leave that behind and what's done is done, but that you can move into something that's really fulfilling, really beautiful, very healing, okay? Very much about, I accept that this happened. I forgive those people who have done this, not to free them, but to free me, and accept the fact that this was part of my choosing, signing up for this, so that I can move up level, upgrade into this next level. Okay, so as we go through this, you just want to make sure that you have patience, and this is at the bottom of your deck. Have patience with this process, because it's not something that happens overnight. It does take some time. Oh, that flew out immediately. Tibetan fire serpent, seeking a higher truth, discernment, a better path, authority. Amazing. Maybe you resonate with the number 33. 33 means freedom. It means communication. It means the ascended masters. So you might, You might resonate with some of the ascended masters. Call them in, work with them, and specifically, I'm getting Saint Germain for some of you with the violet flame for healing. Absolutely would be important. So if you resonate with Saint Germain, I definitely recommend that. Also, I'm getting Jawal Cool, who's about your life path, your dharma, how you want that to look, what you want that to be. All right, let's see. Final card. Final card, pile 3. Really very beautiful, positive, lovely cards for your change going forward. I think pile 2 got this. Make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. So this card is all about making friends with people who are like-minded. Making friends with people who will support you on this new journey. Making friends with those who will encourage you to go forward. And then imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. Yeah, the capabilities for you are endless, right? The pages are blank. The options are infinite. All right? Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 3. If something resonates or you like some aspect, please like and subscribe. For those of you who would like to enter the contest for the free reading that I pull random names from, the first of every month around the new moon, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you're already a subscriber, you're good to go. And then in the comment section, just please put I enter, and then I'll know that you want to be included for the possible free reading that's about 45 to 55 minutes long. Okay? All right. I wish you much love, peace, and happiness. Namaste.